Hello Antichrist magazine, we are Yawn from Norway and we are here to answer some questions.
First question, please introduce Yawn to our subscribers. We're 5 people playing drums, bass, guitar and laptop and synth. We started 3 years ago.
Met on middle ground based on goal of creating some new ideas in terms of improvisational music and the modern metal genres. We are both metalheads, of course, but we're all very into jazz and contemporary music. And so we started off, the two of us, and worked on some demos for like half a year, maybe. And then we got Mike McCormick to program some software and play some guitar. We got Simon Bie to play bass with us, and Tarjei Linish on synthesizer.
What is the meaning behind the band name?
Maybe some kind of statement towards, we are heavily against the cookie cutter mentality of making music.
No shortcuts.
So it's like it's a statement about what in the modern music industry we are getting bored of.
Yeah, that's the main purpose. Can you tell us a little bit about Materialism?
Materialism is our debut album, our very first album ever. We started working on this release 3 years ago, and you can see the cover up on the wall behind us.
Yeah, it's there. It's a collection of 3-year-old ideas by now that has been processed and developed,
grinded. We gathered all our musicians in the same room, recording a lot of pieces with improvised soundscapes. We also had done all these recording sessions where we dubbed the instrument on instrument, like drums, bass, guitars. There's a lot of these parts that has been cut out and has been like tweaked and edited, it was kind of a big merge of these improvised soundscapes together with this badass metal riffing.
Yeah, some of the improvisation is actually done on concert. Producing this stuff has been a journey for sure.
And shout out to our mastering engineer Tommy Ignatius, who has mastered the record.
Yeah. Can you talk about the lyrics on this release?
No, I refuse.
Yeah,
it's classified information.
Yeah, pay amount of bitcoins, we could release the real lyrics.
The version of this record with the original lyrics.
A cappella version.
Yeah, right.
Can you tell us a little bit about the album cover art? Yeah, it's beauty over here. Arne Martin Nybo did this.
We didn't really give him any guidelines, but we sent him the record and said, hey, can you listen to this and like do your interpretation of our music? And I'm very happy about how it turned out.
It looks great.
Looks amazing.
Can you tell us about your cooperation with Minesweeper Records?
Yeah, they're terrible people. They treat us like shit.
Steal all our money.
Minesweeper Records, that's us. Me and Oscar is running the label. So far, we have only been releasing our own music. But we would love to check out some new bands if anyone would want to collab with us. So if you play weird music, if you have a band, please hit us up if you want to release a record on our label. We would love to have a chat.
Yeah. Do you think it's important to have a label deal?
Depends.
It depends all on the deal, of course.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of labels out there don't treat the musicians well. So be careful.
I think there's some expectations that you have to have a label deal because they can provide you with like promo. I know some labels are working very hard for their bands, of course, and there's some great people out there. But you could also just, collab with the promo agency, get the stuff you would want from a label, but still own the rights to your own music. And for me personally, like owning the rights to your own music is very important. I don't think it's important to have a label deal, like in general.
Most important stuff is to keep up the good work.
Yeah.
What and when got you into music? I started with the trumpet. And
What?
Then, yeah.
You know how to play trumpet?
No, I don't know.
No, but you know anything?
Yeah, anything. I know. I can play 5 notes, maybe.
Yeah, so our next record is gonna be a jazz trio. It's cool.
Yeah, it was cool in 3 years. Then it stopped being cool for me.
Yeah, like most instruments.
Yeah. But yeah, when I started with guitar, bass, and drums at the same time.
Like all at once. Like drums with your feet and
Almost, yeah.
with your teeth.
And I started with that early on with music. I found my very first album as a solo artist, and that is it's classified for now, but
It's a whole album?
yeah, it's an album.
Oh my god, I have to hear this.
You could, if you were early on, if you found me on MySpace, it was possible to find some of it.
Was
but,
it a metalcore record? MySpace metalcore?
No. I was a jazz guy when I was a child.
That's weird.
You are weird.
Yeah, I'm weird, but I mean, I was into rock and roll.
But regarding that, yeah, Iron Maiden. Actually,
Iron Maiden, yeah.
Like that was a start for my music interest. When I heard Iron Maiden, I started to take music more serious.
For me, it was like, yeah, obviously we both started at a very young age playing instruments. For me, it was like I got this gift card from my aunt for the local record store in my hometown, and I went and bought the Green Day live DVD that was just released at the time. And yeah, I think that was the moment where I realized I want to be a professional musician when I grow up. And it wasn't like necessarily I want to be a rock star, but I want to play guitar every day the rest of my life. Yeah, I was when 11, 12, something like that.
Yeah.
Heavily into punk rock, and later on I discovered like thrash metal and new metal. Was getting into Slayer and Slipknot, and we met when we did our bachelor in jazz music. So
Yeah.
it's been a journey,
Yeah.
and now we're playing metal.
Yeah, and some jazz.
Yeah,
If you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
I think it's a shame that today's standards is based on such a short attention span. Like you have to release new music all the time and put out content on social media and try to stay relevant as hard as possible. And yeah, if I could change something, I wish we could all just have more time to focus on music and art, and maybe not so much about the entertainment aspect of this whole thing.
Yeah, to feel that you are given space.
Yeah.
To reflect a little bit more, and
I wish in general the music industry would move a little bit slower, maybe. And it's also like no one makes any money off streaming services, and
a few people earn a lot. Yeah, so have you had any epic fails during live performances?
we haven't really had a lot of epic fails.
No, not like bad fails, no. But some funny things happening sometimes, yeah. On one gig, the bass player lost 2 strings on the intro. Like 30 seconds or 1 minute.
He usually starts this song off by smashing his bass with a drumstick. In 1 minute, 2 of his bass strings just snapped. So he broke 2 bass strings in this just the intro of the song, and we had the rest of the set to finish, and no backup bass. But you know, this is actually the opposite of what we're talking about, because we're talking about epic fails. But this was like a miraculous save, because he played perfectly. Like the rest of the set was, I didn't really notice that 2 of his strings were gone, and then I looked over at him and I was like, what are you doing? Like, he was keeping tuning the high string down and the low string up and changing.
Oh yeah, he solved it pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Any new music and movies that have impressed you?
Yeah, there's been a few interesting releases from Viljarta, their new record, Måstaden, Under Vatten.
Måstaden.
Great album, great production. Really loved that one. And I think also it was very cool when the re-releases with the remixed versions of their old records came recently.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
Also Sugar Drops album tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Meshuggah guys, obviously, are heroes, you know. So
they are the gods.
yeah, the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were excited for that. Immutable, their singles has been great, and they just never disappoint.
No. Can you tell us a little bit about your local music scene?
To be experimental metal band in Oslo, it's a lot of supportive venues that is bringing these bands on stage, and you have these bands like we played with the Frostbit and Navian and Nate's Life, and all these amazing like super high gain distorted guitars, experimental sound.
Very alternative.
Yeah, they're all great people.
Yeah.
I think our local music scene for generally all kinds of rock and roll music is very, very good, actually.
Yeah.
So we are in Oslo, Norway, and
yeah, that's right.
Not the biggest city in the world, but I think somehow it's a great place to be a band.
Yeah, for sure. What are the future plans for Yawn?
I mean, it's Oscar's jazz record that is coming out with his trumpet playing, and obviously.
Yeah. We're gonna work with the new music.
We just released our debut album, and we went on a tour in Europe and UK, and now we're finally home, ready to start digging into the next album. You know.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to start working with new music and try out ideas, and we've gained a lot of knowledge and experience from making this previous record, so very excited for our future now. And
the journey of Materialism has been very experienceful and gave us a lot of methods and workflows. Mainly that new music is coming up.
Thank you so much to Antichrist magazine for hosting us, and our music can be found all over the internet, and thanks for having us.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.